This is Ben, Liam and Bell on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yeah, and welcome to Grey from the Conc.
That's it. And the thing I like about that one is it's pretty subtle.
Yeah.
Like, you might miss it. I'm sure you'll catch it now you've heard it, but it's easy to miss.
Yeah.
Grey from the
And
Conc.
it's sort of reading it, you're like, Conc? What's Conc?
What's Conc? Yeah,
But
you're probably wondering, what is Conc?
What is Conc? You might have even Googled Conc.
Yeah.
Or you might actually know what it is already.
Well, true. I mean,
Yeah.
if
I'd say unlikely.
if you're a certain type of person in the world, you might deal with Conc a lot.
Yeah.
So you sort of know.
Obviously, Conc is...
Yada,
You
yada.
might also be grey from the Conc.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
I got a few mates that are grey from the Conc.
Really?
Yep.
Do you know I grew up, I actually, there was a point in my life where I wanted to work
Really?
in the Conc.
you wanted to get Grey from the Conc?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well...
Sliding doors, hey?
Yeah. What could have been? Look, enjoy the episode, and I look forward to you hearing that line somewhere in it. Ben and Bell, as I'm sure you're aware, Sarah and I sent out our wedding invitations this week. Did it online. Great little money saver. Hot tip. And as a fun thing, we put a bit in there where people could put a song request in. So it's not boring, so it's just like, yes, attending, not attending.
I did think that was fun.
It was fun,
It
isn't
was
it?
fun, yeah.
You think it's like, oh, it's fun and cute.
Well, it means that you get to cut the corner of actually making the playlist, though, because it's just curated for you.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen the songs, but I don't know if I would trust the masses to pick my playlist.
Yeah, true.
Ben is right in that sense. We were wrong. We've just been getting stinker after stinker. Like, it was a god-awful idea. Like, I hate it. Like, literally, like, half the list, I'm like, I don't even know if I even want you at the
Yeah,
wedding
but-
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if that's honestly the best song you can think of.
But you don't, you haven't made a promise to play it. It's not like, put your song here and
Yeah,
we'll definitely
I know,
play it.
Belle.
You can just go, yeah,
But
nah.
it feels like we're kind of obligated to. It feels like there might be some people there going, this is fun. When's my song going to be on? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not actually sure what song my wife Sam and I submitted. When I saw that, I think I said, haha, that's funny. Let's submit a funny song.
Yes.
Surely you did
And then I
yours.
think Sam was like, no. And she took it really seriously and she walked away with the phone and she was like looking at
yeah,
songs.
and that's the
Oh.
thing. I think some close friends that they've picked songs that I'm like, oh yeah, like I know I've sung that in a taxi before after a big night
Yeah,
or whatever.
I thought
It's
Ben,
kind of
you'd
like,
do Chumbawamba, surely.
Well, I would have, but it was a joint invite. So my wife
but
Sam
everyone
took the
still
phone
loves
away.
that.
yeah. Well, look, I don't want to name and shame. However, I will be mentioning songs.
Mm-hmm.
And look, if you're invited and you're listening, you know who you are. I'm not even kidding. One of Sarah's family friends requested Eric Clapton's "Tears in Heaven."
Oh, what?
It's a wedding. That song's about his toddler dying.
That is the saddest song ever.
It
written.
literally is. It's the like. It's
Is
a,
he divorced?
It's a woman who requested it.
Is she divorced? Maybe
No,
she's
I mean,
just
but it's not a real.
hates weddings.
It's not a real D floor filler, is it? You know what I mean? Like it's sort of.
Don't play that.
It's a vibe killer. My mum's friend wanted Ricky Martin. And look,
That's good.
no, I'm sure it's your favourite CD in the car, but not at the wedding, Michelle.
I don't mind Ricky Martin.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. It's just like if I was curating it, I wouldn't be putting Ricky Martin on.
When that song came on, I started moving my shoulders.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That gets the mums on the D floor.
Yeah.
Look, this next song, you will know it, and you may even like it a little bit, but I just kind of found it funny that one of our dads wanted Baha Men.
That's real dad. Yeah.
No, yeah, hold on. Am I wrong? Am I in the wrong here? Because Ben's waving his arms around. Like I think he's
Dad
liking the
energy,
playlist.
It's dad energy.
It's just a
Yeah.
funny song for a dad to pick, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, ooh, what do I want to hear? Baha Men.
I mean, that straight after Tears in Heaven would be great.
Yeah.
Oh.
How's this? Yeah. My younger cousin, I don't know if he's trying to be cool or whatever, but I've never even heard of this, but I looked it up on YouTube because I was like, what is this? He requested a song called King Snipe from Gucci Mane and Kodak Black. I don't know if that's the vibe we're going for, bruh. I don't know if Nana's going to get down to this one. Whoop-de-whoop, 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 yeah.
You know what we should do? We should open the phone lines for people to request songs to be played at Liam's wedding.
Yeah, but they're not going to be.
If you've got a song and you're like, I know what'll get everyone moving.
Yeah, you know.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz. What song should be played at Liam's wedding?
I'm like, I don't think there'll be good suggestions, but I'm also like, well, we need to pick a better playlist.
Well, someone might be like, someone might say a song you haven't even thought of. You're like, oh my god, that song has to be on there.
Yeah,
Right. Well, did you get my submission?
Oh, I didn't take notice of it. It might have been a bit of a background submission.
What did you?
I did Dancing Queen, ABBA.
Oh yeah,
That's
I mean that's all
that
right.
gets everybody.
Yeah,
up.
I mean it's. I think to be honest, I reckon about 4 people asked for that. It's
damn
like
it.
it's
basic B.
it's a little basic. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think it goes
Yeah, but
without
I played it
saying.
safe.
It goes without saying that will probably be on at some point anyway. That's a good suggestion though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you played it safe, Bill.
For great deals and cheeky getaways, whatif.com has just the place.
A winter hideaway is great, but bring on spring.
Jump on the What If app to book hotels, apartments, holiday rentals, and more.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
If you've got a song and you think Liam needs to have this song played at his wedding, 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. That's what Kurt has done. Good morning, Kurt. What song does Liam need to play at his wedding?
Okay, a bit controversial, but My Neck, My Back, I believe it's by Kia.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
we know
to
that.
say, at my own wedding last year, I made my musician play it acoustic version.
Whoa.
An acoustic.
My back.
Do it now, do it good.
Is this censored?
Just like
Yeah.
you should.
Phew.
Right now, lick it good, lick this.
Oh, hey, okay.
Good one, Kurt.
I mean, you know, people like it.
Yeah, but like again, like your grandparents.
It has some religious sort of side of the family. I don't know if they'll appreciate it.
I'll be on the D4 for that one though. You can find me there.
That's a good song. I haven't heard that song in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
So good.
I must admit, it's a bop. It's a bop. Nikki in Altona, do you have a bit of a song suggestion for the big wedding?
I do. Play that funky music, White Boy. I love it.
Yeah. To me, that's on the same level as Nutbush, though. It's like, oh yeah, there it is at the
Yeah,
wedding. Like
I
that's got to
mean-
be there.
I could do without it, Nikki. I mean, I know everyone knows that.
Do you
But-
like it, Nikki, because it brings everyone to the D floor, or like just a good vibe?
Just a good song to dance to. It's my go-to request if there's a DJ in a dance.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Ariana from Cranbourne West. What do you reckon?
Waka Waka by Shakira.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah.
Oh,
Yes, as a fan of the World Cup, I would actually love that.
Is that one of your favourite songs, Ariana?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you watch the World Cup in South Africa in 2014? In 2010? 2010, rather, yeah.
How old are you, Ariana?
I'm 12.
yeah, she wasn't
Yeah.
born.
Yeah, you would have...
No, she was born, but she
Not
was very
2010.
young.
What year were you born, Ariana?
2011.
Nailed it.
Yeah, she was a baby.
She was not even see the 2010 World Cup. That blows my mind. Are you watching the Matildas at the
Oh,
moment?
no, yeah. She wasn't even
Why
born.
don't you get this in your head?
Yeah, no, I'm getting that now. I don't know,
Wow,
it's
you were
just
so
not-
young. Yeah, she wasn't conceived.
Maybe she was conceived at the World Cup, you know?
wow.
That's crazy. Born in 2011. Wow. All
sound
right.
so old.
Let's go to Ben in Carrum. Good morning. What song should Liam be playing at his wedding at the end of the year?
Back.
Sorry, mate. Your phone line broke up.
Photograph by Nickelback.
Look at this photograph. Every time I hear it makes me laugh.
You know what? Like,
Oh, so
even though
good.
people like hate Nickelback,
What the hell is
On Joey's head. This is where I
any song where people sing like this, it's sort of, to be honest, it tickles my fancy.
Yeah, but it's also a sad song.
Yeah, but it's
Like-
like people, it's a singer, you know, everyone's like singing to it.
I could see this as the first dance song.
Yes. And then this is when the party really gets started.
This party is going to be off the hizzy. Do we have Gucci Mane still there? Yeah, for later on in the night. Hey, young cousin, let me borrow your vape.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Happy Hump Day to Ahmed in Werribee. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Not bad. How are you with your maths?
I'm pretty decent.
Good. I mean, well, I'm not. But the first question is maths related. Interest rates are holding steady thanks to the RBA. I mean, they've been greedy enough, I think. What's 5% of 200?
5%. Oh, no. 5% of 200.
Yeah.
Is it 10?
Yeah, he's got it. Well done.
Yeah.
Hey, the teaser trailer for The Neighbours Revival is out. They're bringing it back. Which Aussie star, who is currently playing Barbie on the big screen, got her start on Neighbours?
Oh, the one movie I haven't watched.
Yes.
Do you guys give hints or?
I mean, she was also in Wolf of Wall Street, blonde bombshell, also in Wolf of Wall Street.
Probably the biggest export we've had.
I'm going to just take a stab in the dark. I'm going to say, I don't want to sound like an idiot, but maybe Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman is not Barbie, unfortunately. We're going to have to move on.
She could have been a few years ago.
13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz if you know the answer for the 610 quiz. 6 bottles of wine up for grabs. Maria, good morning. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Good morning.
Who's playing Barbie at the moment?
Oh, my God. Margot Robbie.
It's Margot Robbie. Yeah. Hey, the new huge Ford Utes have landed in Australia with thousands on pre-order. What is Ute short for?
Utility.
Yes,
And
it
in
is.
America, they call them trucks.
A pickup truck.
Yeah, which is weird because then what do you call a truck?
Hey,
Well, no, it's a pickup. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
the Matildas' next opponent. Yeah, same with Gas. Yeah, what's going on with that dog there, Maria?
Sorry, it's an early... Sorry, Roxy. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
What's the dog's name?
Roxy.
Roxy.
Oh, I thought you said whoopsie.
No, it's an early morning wake-up call for her.
Can you put Roxy outside for us?
No.
Oh, yes, I'll get her out.
No.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Shut Roxy in the laundry, will you? Jesus!
No.
Oh, I feel sorry for the
Sorry,
neighbours.
Roxy, stop it.
Hey, let's press on. The Matildas' next opponent has been revealed. They'll play Denmark in a knockout clash on Monday night. What's the name of the Aussie princess in Denmark?
Oh, my God. I totally forgot.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
okay,
Maria.
We'll move past you and your dog Roxy
This
to
one's
Natalie
a
in
little bit
Essendon.
tough.
Yeah.
No, I don't reckon. I mean, it's an older glossy magazine sort of
Yeah.
story.
I don't
suppose.
think that this is common knowledge.
No.
What's the name of the Aussie princess in Denmark, Natalie?
Princess Mary.
Princess Mary. Yeah, she's from Tassie. Hey, The Living End have announced a one-off Melbourne show to celebrate their first album. Also, Paul McCartney's coming to town. That's pretty big music news. Hey, can you finish these lyrics?
All that I'm hearing from you is white noise.
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 Yeah, well done.
Beautiful.
Hopefully they'll play a bit of white noise.
Yeah.
White noise.
Well done. Well done, Natalie. I appreciate you coming on and playing with us this morning. Hey, would you like to pick the next song we play?
I would love to.
All right, so do you want to hear Ace of Base this morning? Or, Natalie, do you want to hear Lighthouse Family?
Oh, yeah.
A bit of Ace, I think.
Ace of
Ace
Base?
of Base. I mean, I'm getting really concerned about Lighthouse Family at the moment. It's not been really popular this week. It's a great song.
That song will never not be from Pitch Perfect. Let's be honest.
Am I right?
Haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
No,
Yes.
I've
It's the
seen
vomit
it,
song.
but I don't.
It's when she's performing on stage and she goes, "I saw this."
Oh,
Is Pitch
yeah.
Perfect the one with the group of ladies and they sing songs?
Yeah.
Yes, Ben. It's the one with the
It's-
group of
it's-
ladies that sing
Well,
songs.
tell me
It's
the
got
premise.
Rebel Wilson in
Tell
it.
me the premise then. What is it about?
So there's a girl, she goes to uni and she wants to be a DJ, and then she falls into the like the a cappella singing groups, and then they all compete against each other at like the championships
Right.
and
It's
like
Anna
and-
Kendrick, right?
Yes, it is.
And
Is it
is
a
it-
comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would. I can't believe you haven't seen it.
Is
There's
it,
like
is
three
it
of them
true
now.
the character's name is Fat Amy?
Yes, Rebel Wilson's name is Fat Amy.
Is there? I think I might have seen Pitch Perfect 3, but I didn't see 1 and 2.
Okay, well, that's horrendous.
Is Fat Amy? Is she on a boat? Does she? Is
I haven't
there-
seen the third one, and no one has, except for you. Question for you, Ben and Liam: do you wear underwear to the gym?
I haven't worn jocks full stop since 2008. No, I'm just joking. That's a wild claim.
I definitely wear underwear to the gym.
I mean, of course, why wouldn't you?
I hate the idea of going commando.
Well, you might be in the minority now. So there's a new trend that's starting, a new movement of not wearing underwear to the gym. Now, at the moment, it's mostly females. It's females specifically. Do you guys know, Steph Claire Smith, the influencer, fitness influencer? So she's got a podcast, and it was brought up there because she says that Khloe Kardashian doesn't do it either. And yeah, okay, I can see why they're not. They're saying girls aren't wearing underwear to the gym because it lets you breathe, and it also doesn't give the seam lines of your underwear.
Well, I
on the
suppose if
leggings.
you're wearing tights, it's like the same as wearing undies anyway. Like, I kind of get that because it's all
That's
it's
pretty,
all tight.
No,
you know what I mean?
Liam, you're thinking they're pretty tight. They're not that tight. They're not undie tight. There's some room going on there.
You
but
reckon?
also, if you're sweating, it's not being caught anywhere. Like, leggings aren't that tight. There's usually a bit of like, you don't want full camel toe going on. Like, they're not that tight. There's usually a bit of room, and then there's some there'd be a pool of sweat underneath.
So you're obviously not going commando to the gym.
I'm not going commando, no, and I couldn't think of anything worse personally. So they brought it up on the podcast. Steph Claire Smith brought it up, and then they posted it online. It's absolutely blown up. Everyone's commenting. There's now 50-50 comments of people saying, yes, I do, and no, I don't.
I can't imagine a world where anyone wants to go commando. Like, especially speaking as a man, I don't want it all flopping around everywhere. I like it to be tight. I like the package to be secure.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And especially at the gym. And they're like, okay, I'm sure you guys know that a lot of girls wear G-strings to the gym because then you don't get the seam line on the leggings. Which, like, at the end of the day, why do we care so much that people can see?
I was going to say, why do you care? Why do you care if someone can see the same line?
If there's a girl at the gym, Ben, and you're walking behind her or whatever, and you can see the line of her undies, like, do you care?
He's putting him in a very
He's such a
uncomfortable position
creep.
here.
I plead the fifth.
That's so
You
great.
can't ask him a question.
Well,
like that.
as
His wife's
a
pregnant.
girl, I personally don't care, and if I saw another girl's leggings and could see her undies, I don't care either.
Well,
Whatever.
I
Why
would
do we
also
care so
I
much?
would also like to say I've never noticed a seam, but I've never looked in the sense that there would, if there was a seam there, that I would notice it.
Girls can go to the gym.
I'm the whole time.
I've never seen one. Like, I'm so focused on what I'm doing when I'm at the gym.
When you got your
100%.
horse blinkers on.
I am looking at the weights. I'm concentrating on the
God
movements, the exercises.
Have you
I
guys
don't
ever
even know what
got-
tights look like. I've just heard people talking about them. You know?
Unless your wife's wearing them.
Of course. In which sense, I will look.
Yep.
But
Okay.
only in that sense.
Gym aside, have you guys ever gone commando?
Never. I've said I don't
I
like.
think I did
don't
it
like my
one
twig and berries to
time.
be too flopping around.
I think maybe I was, I swam in like board shorts and had undies on underneath, and they were both wet, and I was just at like a pool, and I was like, whatever, I'll just wear my jeans like home, and it was very uncomfortable.
Oh, could you imagine you could
Yeah.
you've done it, the jeans
Yeah,
rubbing?
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Wasn't good.
I would love to know right now, 13, 24, 10, anyone listening to the radio, whether it's to the gym, whether it's just in everyday life, male, female, do you go commando? Is anyone listening to the radio right now commando?
Yeah, maybe you're on your way to work. Maybe you're on the tram, and you're like, I ain't got none on.
I'd love to know what you do for a job or what you've got for the day. If you go, I go to work, then I go to the gym, then I go home, and you're going commando that whole time?
Yep.
Wild.
I have my doubts that we'll get any calls. I would love to be proven wrong this morning. 13, 24, 10. Do you go commando?
You can remain completely anonymous.
What, in case they don't want their identity to
Well,
be
that's
known?
it. They might not want to know everyone at work knowing they don't have knickers on. I don't know. 13 24 10 is the number.
Rachel joins us now in Moonee Ponds. Good morning, Rach. Are you going commando?
I sure am.
All right. What do you
on
mean,
you,
like
Rach.
every day? Or?
No, just when I wear my jeans, I just don't wear any underwear under them. It's
Now-
more comfy.
Oh,
You're
is
not
it?
walking up the street trying to pick your undies out of
hang
your
on.
bum.
Rach, but just
discreetly.
obviously family-friendly show, but going commando in jeans,
You got seams and stuff,
It seems like it
Rach.
would be rough.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay.
Must have
I
some.
know it seems unbelievable,
Yeah.
but no, it's not. It's quite comfortable, and it's just, you don't have to worry about picking your undies out of your backside
Right.
and
then don't
discreetly
you-
while you're walking up the street.
Don't you find yourself having to wash your jeans more often?
I wash them every time I wear them anyway, so
Yeah, right.
Alright,
Yeah,
alright.
okay. You
Good on you, Ray.
you wouldn't want a dense zipper, would you?
No.
No matter what tackle you've got going down.
I mean, I don't know if I can say it this time, but I got a friend that can't wear jeans because it's too. She feels it too
fair
much.
enough. Well,
Feels it too much.
Mm.
maybe we know Rachel's dirty secret there.
Well, that's
Jacob in Rosebud, you going commando?
Yeah, mate, going commando right now.
rock
what,
and roll.
And what are you doing? Are you off to work or?
Yeah, I'm off to work. Yep, got me trackie shorts on. Got me no undies on.
Oh, so you're wearing
Wow.
Jacob, you're wearing trackies.
it's a lot of freedom.
No,
Early,
they
early.
were trackies the other day until I got hot and I cut them in half.
Yeah, right. Made 'em
Okay, so what do you do for a crust, Jacob?
Concreting, mate.
Okay, so you
Shout
know,
out to AMC Concrete.
I don't know what you're working for.
I'm
Jacob.
sure the some of the fellas there on site at AMC would be getting a fair sight every now and then if
Oh,
you're leaning
Jacob.
down.
Oh, when I'm on the screen, mate, I bend over. They all have a good look.
Jacob,
Gee whiz.
they're,
I love it, the boys.
are they black trackies or are they like light grey trackies?
No, they're black. They're black, but they're covered in grey conch, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Sure it is. Casey.
Jacob, you single?
Well, you know.
Well, it seems like you've been in a long-term committed relationship, but then at the,
Nah.
at the mention of it, you went, yeah. I mean, there's something better on offer. I mean, of course, Casey in Roxburgh Park, you go commando.
Yes, I sure do every day.
Every day, so even to work.
Yes.
Casey, are you always wearing pants though?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, you're not
right.
doing it with a dress or anything.
Yeah.
If it's a long dress, yes.
Okay. And what do you do for work?
I'm a field rep.
A field rep.
What is that?
What is that?
Yeah, we look up Aboriginal artefacts.
Oh,
So Casey, why do you do it?
Because I don't want the extra roll on my hip.
so it's more of a conscious. You sort of don't want it to look like there's even a slither of extra room there around the
and
hips.
it's more
Uncomfortable.
comfy. I find it to be a lot more comfier.
Right, okay.
Right,
You just got to be careful walking on stairs and that sort of stuff, I'd imagine.
Yeah, sometimes.
yeah.
Right,
Casey, you seem very chill.
I've been blown away by the amount of
Yeah,
commando
I must
calls.
admit, the people that are going commando do all sound very relaxed, though.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
they
mean? Like,
do.
no one sounds uptight. They're very like, yeah, whatever, you know?
Do we have time to go one more?
Yeah.
Sarah in Windsor, good morning. Now, you don't wear any underwear to the gym.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, once you go commando, you don't go back.
What do you like about it?
It just gives us, like, breathing room, and particularly from a girl's point of view, you don't have the sort of G, like, riding up you. So if you just go completely blank, like, it's great. You can exercise more than you need to.
Don't you find that, like, even with leggings on, there's a lot of sweat? Like, do you sweat a lot at the gym?
Well, like, everyone sweats at the gym, but you don't really worry about it. When you go home, you just wash it, and it's all good. No worries.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
I must admit, I'm surprised by all the commando callers this morning.
We got so many calls.
I'm going to
Just
go
No,
into the
don't,
toilet. And I'm going to
don't.
take these jocks off and I'm going to put them in my bag. And for the rest of this show, these chinos will be feeling rather free.
Our next guest is right up there as one of Australia's top comedians. She's written and starred in numerous TV shows such as Rove, The Project, Specs and Specs, and she even won Dancing with the Stars. Now she's the host of the return of Thank God You're Here. Please welcome Celia Pacquola.
Celia, good morning. Thank
Hello.
you so much for joining us. How exciting is this?
Oh, it's so exciting. I just feel like I should give the people a reality check. You know what I mean? When you hear intros like that, it's like, wow, sounds like your life is so showbiz. In the car on the way here, I look down and I realise that I have a stain on my pants. And 5 minutes ago, I was just in the bathroom and it's now I've got wet. But the good news is it's only in the crotch area, so that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing is, it's radio. Just, all
You
good.
say that, but then you put cameras on.
Yeah, look at all the cameras. They're everywhere.
But I just think that's a very real thing.
Can we zoom in on the stain?
I just think
the wet
it's
crotch.
fun. The wet crotch.
We're on Daily Mail already, guys.
I've got a tiny baby at home. I'd already gotten changed twice. You just accept the fact that everything is covered in food. Anyway,
I tell you what,
thank you
though,
for having me.
Celia, this is one of those shows that there is a lot of hype over. I mean, I don't even think you would need to go to all the radio stations and talk about it this morning. Everyone's going to be watching this thing anyway.
You're right, I'll probably just head off.
7:30 tonight on Network 10. Thank God you're here. I mean, I think this show was very our generation. We're sort of all, in our sort of 20s.
But you guys would have been tiny children.
I know, but it was so excited. It was like you'd stay up on like a Wednesday and you'd watch it.
Absolutely. So I vividly remember Wednesday evenings, it was on TV, and I would always say to my mum, okay, that's my time to use the TV. And I just said before, so I've got a box set at home that was given to me when I was like
box set.
13. And it was the box set of Thank God.
It's been a while since I've heard those words together.
Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of people still have their DVDs, but nothing to play them on. It's
Yes.
weird how you keep
Totally.
the DVD
Yeah.
and nothing to do. Just frisbee them, I guess.
For people that have been living under a rock, Celia, can you give us the premise of the show?
You're going to think I'm making it up because it's so ridiculous. So we take like actual professional comedians, like really famous, big names, really talented people who don't need this work, okay? And we grab them and then we just put them in a costume and they have no idea that that's about to happen to them. Put them in a costume and then we push them through a door into a scenario that they've never seen, into a whole world that could be a castle, they could be a knight, they could be a king, they could be a fireman, they could be a police officer, they could be anything. And they have to make it up as they go on national television.
And they're going and they're going and they're going. And normally, at the funniest point, the Aruga will go off. And everyone's like, oh my God, thank God. I mean, we're done. We're out of here. I always found the best episodes as well, and I really hope this comes back, because, there's the blue door, and you're going through that, and that's exciting. But then how, like, every, 2 or 3 episodes will be like, you're actually going to enter through the car park. And then they might come out, there's like a car that's crashed through a wall and they come through and you're like, this is blowing my mind. They're not even going through the door.
I know, there might be.
Oh,
I cannot
good.
confirm or deny. But you remember there was
Good.
one time they put Frank Woodley on a horse? I think he also went up in a helicopter. It was
It's insane.
huge. There was live animals, there was pyrotechnics. It's
Wow.
epic. And this season is bigger. I can't tell
Really?
you what the scenario is going to be, but they're so huge.
Yeah.
It's just a really... So, yes, I can say there will
Okay,
be
good. I'm glad.
potential...
I'm glad.
I think also we need to give a nod to the people behind the scenes because, like you
Yes.
said, the amount of work and prep and the ideas of each scene are incredible, plus the people that also act in the scene.
Yeah, the ensemble cast have the roughest job
Oh
because
my
they're
gosh.
not allowed to laugh.
And they have to work with wherever it goes, wherever the comedian takes it, they have to then work with that and steer it back.
Can you imagine trying to rein in someone like Ross Noble, for
Oh
example?
my
Have you
God.
watched,
Oh
I've been
my
watching
God.
old episodes, and he's an elf king in
Yeah.
the Hobbit land.
I remember
Be
that
like,
one.
Nah, come back.
There was a guy who had to popped out of a log. At the
That's
end of the
right.
scene, and the whole scene, Ross had a staff cane, and he was whacking this log because he didn't know that there was a guy in there who waited to come out. So yes, absolutely, the ensemble cast are incredible, and it's a place for this whole show is a playground for new people, performers to come up. Like that's where I saw Ed Cavalier for the first time. He was
I think
one of
it
the
was for
ensemble cast.
Everyone, right? Like, I mean, I know he's like very successful and done a lot since, and he's got a radio show as well. But I always think of him as the Thank God You're Here guy.
Of course. He has the best straight face in the biz. Like, he could not be cracked.
Yeah.
Hard to do a radio show with. If you're like, give us something now. I'm really trying here.
So let's talk about tonight's episode.
Yes.
Who's on tonight? Who
So
have we
this
got?
is very exciting. We can tell you. So tonight is a perfect mix of what the series will be in that it's a mix of fan favourites and a mix of people who were in primary school, amazing comedians now who were children when the show was on.
Yeah, right.
So we've got Julia Zamiro,
Amazing.
right? Big titan of the old show. She
Yeah.
was on 7 times, incredible at it. We've got Ursula Carlson.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
Who is
Iconic.
like such a world-class comedian who is a big fan of the show but didn't live here when it was on.
Yep.
We've got Aaron Chen,
Wonderful.
who
Yep.
is one of the people that I think they brought the show back for. Because they
Yes.
were like, we
Yeah.
want to know what Aaron Chen would
He's
do going through the
fantastic.
door. So funny, so weird, and about to go to America, so we got him. And finally, we've got Mark Bonanno, who is 1/3 of
Auntie
Auntie
Donna.
Donna sketch group. So, who is just an incredible wild card kind of.
I feel like he's just going to start screaming. He'll just be screaming the whole time.
Maybe he'll start screaming. You don't know.
That's a good blend of people, though, right? Like it's a good old and new. There's a little bit of something in there for everyone. I'm really excited for
It
this
is must-watch TV. Thank God you're here. Kicks off 7:30 p.m. tonight on Network 10 and 10 Play. Celia, thank you so much and all the best for tonight.
Pleasure. Thank you.
We need to talk about the viral story of this week. I saw it yesterday for the first time, and then I've become obsessed with it over the last 16 hours. So if you haven't seen it, there's a zoo in China, and it's got a black sun bear in an enclosure. And there was some footage that went viral, and people are saying that that's not a real bear.
It can't be.
That's a man in a suit.
Because it's standing, if you've not seen the image, it's standing very upright. It looks like the stance of a man, and it sort of looks like a cheap quality suit where, obviously, because it looks like a man in there, there's a lot of wrinkles. It's sort of not really filling out the bear suit. On the back of the bear, near the bum, it looks what only can be described as probably like if, once you're near the end of your life and you're in a nursing home, potentially, and your ass is just flat and flabby with skin folds. That's kind of what it looks like.
There's a lot of debate because obviously they're saying it's not fake. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, just look up Chinese zoo fake bear. He waves at one point. That gives it away.
No.
That gives it away.
I think I've looked at these videos and these photos more than anybody, as I said, in the last 16 hours. I think I'm going to go against the grain here. I think it's a bear.
Are you serious? Look at how he stands literally like a man.
Bears stand on their hind legs. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And I've also cross-referenced other sun bears in the wild.
Yeah.
They are weird-looking bears. Like, they're not... It's not like a black bear.
What, they look like a onesie from the reject
They
shop,
do.
They
They kind of do, Belle. If you look at them in the jungle and the wild, they kind of look a bit skinny.
In the jungle...
They got weird legs. I think it's not a man. I think it's a real bear.
In the jungle, do they do what this bear does where they walk up to you, stand up and wave at you?
They do, but bears,
I feel like
bears can be trained to wave in the circus. The only thing, though, so I'd convinced myself that no, it's a real bear. And then, did you see that the zoo issued a statement written from the bear's perspective? So they issued a statement as if the bear had written it,
which is a weird thing to do if you're trying to convince everyone that this bear is real.
So this is a direct excerpt from the press statement. It said, "Some people thought the way I stand up looks too human, so I will stress again, I'm a sun bear, not a man."
Oh no. No.
I don't know. I'm sort of like, yeah.
Well, that gives it away.
I know
He's gotten to a computer, typed it out, and written a letter.
Yeah.
That's a big giveaway.
See what you think. Give it a Google if you haven't seen it yet.
It's so good.
I am gonna put my flag in that it's a real bear, though. I will stand by that.
Yeah. Look, what I will say is either way, if it's a man or it's a bear, I mean, this Chinese zoo is the talk of the world at the moment. So it's great marketing. Grab your keys, guys. Ben, Bell, let's turn them and open up the forbidden folder. This is where we keep all those sort of ideas that aren't really your day-to-day breakfast radio kind of things. I feel like this one's pretty hectic. I'm not going to lie. If it's not your thing, then it's not for you. But I mean, I think it's fascinating. 13/24/10. Have you been shot? Obviously, it wouldn't be comfortable, wouldn't be nice. I don't like.
No, it wouldn't.
We're lucky to live in a country where it happens not super often. Like, there's not a lot of guns here. I know they are here, but it's like it would be pretty rare. But I know there's also things like, there's hunting accidents and that sort of stuff for people into those sorts of things, and
Well, also the army or the police force.
Well, that's true. Maybe getting shot at was your line of work at once upon a time. Maybe it still is.
It is fascinating. It's one of those things that you can't even imagine what it would feel like. There's nothing that comes close to going, it would feel like this.
You hear those stories like if people are like, in like a war situation, and if it gets stopped by the vest, but it's still like getting hit by like a sledgehammer in the chest, right? If a bullet's stopped, but you're not going to die, but it's like fully bruised up and can break ribs and that sort of thing.
But there's also, if you have so much adrenaline going through you, people say they don't even feel it because you have so much adrenaline of whatever the situation is that you don't even feel it until afterwards. Now that fascinates me, that your body could just numb it.
I think I've told you this before. My dad got shot.
Really?
I think I've
Your
told you
dad
that.
got shot?
Yeah. Did I tell you
Was
that
that when he
story?
was rapping?
No, it wasn't when he was rapping. No, so
Wait, what?
we grew up
Hang
on.
on, did I miss this?
Oh yeah,
Dad never rapped. No, so we grew up on a farm.
Oh.
It was a joke about rappers getting shot.
Yeah, 50 Cent joke, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get
You know,
it. Got there.
Tupac, Biggie, Murray, Harvey from regional South Australia.
So we grew up on a farm, and there was a sick cow, and Dad had to go put the cow down.
Oh.
And what happened was the cow it couldn't get up. It was so sick that it couldn't even stand up, and so he had to put it down. And he wanted it to be quick, but the cow kept moving its head. So every time he tried to get it where you had to get it to put it down quickly, it'd move. And so what he did was he grabbed. This was about 15 years ago. He grabbed behind the cow's ear to try and hold it so that it wouldn't move its head.
It's pretty hectic.
Very raw, Ben.
Well, I won't tell the story.
And he accidentally got his hand or something.
And the cow moved.
Yes.
As he pulled the trigger, it moved its head, and it pulled his hand into the sight, and it went. He says it went through. So if you look at the back of the hand, it went through the back of the thumb, came out the fleshy bit, then it went into the other part of the hand because his hand was like kind of cupped, and then it went up the pinky, and the bullet got stuck in the tip of his pinky. So,
oh my God!
So it went in, came out, went in, went up, and stopped.
How's his hand still like there? I've shook this man's hand.
Yeah, well, they removed the bullet,
Oh,
but
God.
the hand was like obliterated.
Oh,
whoa!
God.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, if you've been shot, I think this is going to be a pretty hectic one. Hasn't it?
That's what you want.
Very graphic.
It's the
here.
forbidden folder.
13 24 10. If you have a story, please call us. Derek joins us now. You're a former police officer, so this sort of makes sense. I mean, you're sort of obviously in some dangerous situations. You were shot in the past, Derek, is that right?
Yes, I was shot 14 times.
14 times.
Did you say as in you were shot 14 times in the one hit, or across your career you were shot 14 times?
No, I was shot 14 times in less than 5 seconds.
Derek, how are you alive?
Whoa.
Well, now this is a question that even doctors are asking because I got shot 14 times, and because of the siege situation that we were trying to resolve, I was then lying on the ground for 3 hours with 2 severed arteries, one in each arm, and doctors literally have said that with all the injuries I had, with all the blood that I had lost, the doctor, his words, he said, all the textbooks say that I should have died. The only reason I'm not dead is I haven't read the textbooks.
Yeah, wow.
Derek, what are the lasting injuries that you have from it?
Do you know, I've got very good functionality in my life, but my left forearm is about 1/3 less effective than my right arm because my forearm was broken in 2 places. I've got 2 bullets in the stomach, and I sometimes get spasms on the scars, and so when I'm doing sit-ups or something like that, it will just grab and absolutely massively painful. I've got about 1/3 of the muscle in my left thigh missing, and I've only got 20% of the thickness of my Achilles tendon on the right-hand side. Now, having said that I've got all those ailments, I make a really clear distinction when I'm talking to people that there's a real difference between injuries, ailments, and disabilities. Because everybody goes, oh, with those sorts of injuries, you must have massive disabilities. But I went back to Star Group, Police Star Group, Special Operations, Sniper, Tactical Diver, Counter-Terrorist Operations. I've walked Kokoda track carrying a 25-kilo pack. I just recently got back from riding a mountain bike in the Himalayas, over the top of the Himalayas.
Wow.
Is this James Bond? Are we speaking to the Australian? This is incredible, Derek. I mean, this
Derek,
is an insane call.
I guess just to get to the core of what the question is, and you're definitely the right man to answer this, what does it feel like to be shot?
Well, this is another irony, to be quite honest, because obviously being in the police special operations section, I have interacted with people, and my section have had to shoot people in the past. And for them, there has been this absolutely massive searing pain and screaming and all this sort of stuff. For me, and I think this is because I've prepared myself so well and so focused on the outcome that I needed, it just felt like somebody had punched me in the stomach and given me a dead leg on the footy field or in the basketball court.
I mean...
And then lying on the ground for 3 hours, I was fully conscious. fully aware of the injuries that I had. Well, not fully aware, but I was aware that I had massive injuries. I didn't realise they were so bad, but knew that I'd been shot at least in the stomach. I was looking at my forearm, which was bones hanging out of my arm.
Oh, my God.
And I could feel it in my thigh as well. But it just felt like somebody had punched me. Once I got into surgery and came out of surgery, okay, the pain lifted then. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Enormous pain.
So maybe that's could have been like what Bell's saying a little bit. Like there's that shock factor, obviously, when it's like, oh my God, this has actually happened. The adrenaline's maybe running so high that that's sort of getting you through that initial
But still,
pain.
3 hours of lying there. Like, Derek, I'm astounded that that's not when the pain kicked in. And I'm just thinking, surely you thought that you were going to die. You'd be lying there thinking, yeah, you got all this pain, but what is it? What's happening?
What happened to the guy that shot you, if you don't mind us asking?
This is the longest siege that's ever run in South Australia. It went for 41 hours, and there were 2,000 rounds of ammunition fired between the offender just firing for 3 hours before my rescue team could actually get there, and then my rescue team firing back at him. So 2,000 rounds of ammunition. He stayed in the house for 41 hours. We got him out, and it took 2.5 years for us to get him to court. Because of the legal process and the way he played it. He got 18 years jail 22 years jail and 18 years non-parole. He appealed. We went through the whole appeal process and he appealed again. It went all the way through to the High Court and took 10 years to sort out. But the penalty and sentence were upheld. 22 years, 18 years
you
non-parole.
would think, when you're shooting police officers, it's just like, whatever, lock them up and throw away the key. Like, there's no coming back from that. It's crazy that it took that long
Derek,
to sort it all out.
that is...
I'm never going to argue with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Derek, that is a wild story you got there, and we appreciate you coming on and sharing it with us.
Absolute pleasure, guys.
Oh, wow. That's a story. I feel like we've got to keep Derek's number just the next time we have some counter-terrorism questions or something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Everybody is on. Josh Daicos.
Josh, good morning, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Pleasure, like always.
It's rare for us to be talking with you after a loss to rivals Carlton of all clubs. Mate, how you feel?
It is different. The Blues were good last Friday night. They came to play and they've been in some good form. So, we hate to see it, us Pies, but no, they're going really well and they were better on the night.
Just quickly this morning, I've noticed you've come in with a Nike hat and Nike jumper. Do you have some sort of Nike deal, or is that just so happens to be that this morning?
I do. I've been lucky enough the last few years to have a Nike deal, but yeah, this is kind of my cozy,
It's
my
nice,
cozy
Collingwood
fit
colours.
with this Melbourne weather.
Are you allowed to wear Adidas like even on the weekends, or is that like a no-no?
No, all Nike.
So seriously, so it's like if they saw a photo of you wearing like an Adidas hoodie, they'd be like,
he's a sponsored athlete.
I'd get the sack in seconds.
Yeah,
so.
right. There you go. What about like crappier brands like Mambo? Like if you wore Mambo with like the little dog farting, you get those shirts from Big W. Do you reckon they'd be like, "Hey, you're a Nike athlete. You're not allowed to wear that."
I'm sure I'd be all right.
All right. Okay. It's good to know where the line is.
Do you have, obviously, like they would kick you out, which is awesome. Do you have a quota in terms of like Josh, that's enough, we can't send you any more stuff? Or do you just send them an email of what you want and they send you the stuff?
No, you do have a quota, but they're pretty good about it. They're pretty generous, and whenever we want to get into the store, Nick and I, they're always so good, and they're just around the corner from here, so it works out pretty well.
So if we sent you a few links, you could just
Because I've added 4 things to my cart here. I might just swing that your way. And I know there's a bit of contract chat at the moment as well. You're looking at signing on for a longer time with the club that you're so intrinsically linked to.
Yeah, of course. There's been a bit of talk about it lately, which is nice, and obviously it would be a dream come true to be a Pie for life. So extremely grateful for the club for drafting me 7 years ago now, and would love to stay at the Pies.
7 years. How old were you then?
18. So I just turned 18 the day after the draft, so it was good timing.
Yeah,
nice little birthday present.
One thing that I saw on socials that I was keen to ask you about. So I saw that your brother Nick improved his bench press. He said this from 80 to 120 in the off season. I was dying to ask, who benches more, you or your brother?
He actually does. He lived on the bench press in the off season. He went from about, I think he said it as well. He went from about 110 to 125.
Yeah.
But from his obviously last year being his draft year, he probably came in at 80, and then now he's bench pressing big numbers.
Can I ask you a personal question, Josh? I saw on your Insta. We're going from bench press to something a little bit more feminine. Do you laser your legs?
I do. I have just started. Yes. I have.
Okay, I'm not laughing at it, but I saw it and I was like, okay, you guys want to ask about bench press? I need to ask about the legs.
It is funny because I put it on there knowing the type of response I'd get, but all the boys actually been messaging me to want to join. So I've been sending them to.
Because it pulls the leg hair out when you take the strapping off?
No, just a lot of boys shave their legs anyway when they play, and so I think just it's a look thing, and then also like like Ben said, just taping, and if a lot of boys get knee tape, ankle tape, but I've been in there, and I don't know how the girls do it. It's not easy.
No, laser doesn't feel like anything, mate.
Easy.
Have you been waxed?
Hang on, so you're saying
no?
It hurts?
I've never been waxed. No, I've never been. That's why I couldn't.
Josh, no, get waxed and then get laser, and laser will feel like nothing.
I've heard.
Hang on, so when you get your legs waxed, lasered, that hurts? Like you feel it?
Yeah, it does. Well, for me, it does. I'm squirming a little bit.
Zap. From a footy player, from a professional athlete.
Yeah, I feel like, getting actually steam trained by like some...
It's not like a massage that we're used to. So,
because after I saw that, I did realise, I thought about it, and I thought, when you think of the footy players on the field in AFL, there's no one running around with like really hairy legs.
Not really, no.
Bring on the new age. Let's do it. Hey, look, the Pies play the Hawks this Saturday at the G. Mate, hope you bounce back and best of luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.